Hello everybody, so we'll start in a minute or two. We're going to finish off Lost Kingdoms. I think there's only an hour or two left. And then I think we're going to move on to Second Sight. We should actually be doing that today. I kind of have the house to myself for the next week, so lots of streams. We'll probably get through Second Sight, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll go through Robotech Battlecry or Sonic Adventure 2. Some people complain I don't do enough gaming streams, and some of these I've just been wanting to replay, because they're from way back in the day. And frankly, Dolphin's just really good in general. It's a lot better than I initially thought it would be. Maybe it's just gotten a lot better. I think the last time I used it was like 3 years ago or something, so it might have just improved a lot since then. Take a sip. I'm drinking something pretty wild today. I have tap water. So that's pretty jokes, as it were. I think the term is. Let's see here. So once this is done, I'll go through and I will edit the 3 parts together, and then we'll have Lost Kingdoms complete. So, actually finishing a game playthrough for once. I know it's shocking. I think one of the reasons why this game got really bad reviews, or not bad, but bad relative to its quality, is just that it's short and there's like no extra content. Or maybe there's like a couple bonus missions that I'm not doing, just because the game's not really hard enough for me to bother grinding. And I just don't want to like bore people and take up an inordinate amount of time. But this game's only like 4 hours long, maybe like 5 or 6 if you really stretch it out. And if you're getting like a full game, like that sucks. What games like this, I feel like what they were designed for more back in the day was, back then you used to games were just too expensive to buy. Even though they've gone up a bit in price, they're still probably relatively cheaper than they were back in the day. Like, I'd say kind of $60 for a new game was more expensive in like the early 2000s than like $80 is today. So you get a game and it's like 5 hours long and you beat it in a week, but there's like other stuff like Majora's Mask or a Pokemon game or I'm trying to think what else would there be from this time period. Oh, Baden Kaitos, or like a Tales game or something that's like 40-50 hours long. And this is a JRPG too, so I think a lot of people just felt it was unacceptable that they'd make an RPG that was this short and just not really like add that much value beyond that. So I think that's fair enough. I mean, so let's just get started and we'll finish this off. If people really want, I can do Lost Kingdoms too, but I kind of want to do something else first before we get back to this franchise. Let me just check my deck. Yeah, my deck setup looks really good, actually. Okay, can definitely head into the final. I think this is the second or third last area. So let's go. By the way, if people are wondering why I'm not in church, I went to church last night. Actually, it's nice because Confession was open for the first time in like 3 months, so I was able to put that in. So I was pretty happy about that. So. Okay, so let's see here. Throw down some independent monsters. Oops. Or as Jaden would say in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to throw down a face down. I do really hate how she has like a high rate of temporary invincibility. It's really annoying. It seems just a lot of what I like send at her just doesn't hit her. Which, I don't know. I think it's understanding that I find that very frustrating. It also seems like she doesn't drop magic stones either when I'm fighting her. Oh, okay, well there's a couple, I guess. But... okay. I'm gradually doing some damage. But yeah, I just find whenever I hit her with weapons cards or things like that, they just go right through her. Oh, there we go. That one hit. Alright, so maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay. Well, this is going to be like the easiest boss battle in the history of bad optics. Or the history of bad, what was it called again? The history of bad, yeah, of easy boss battles. Okay, Moose, you make a good point. I'll take down my video of rain. It just amused me. Let's see here. Right, throw that. Oops. Fuck. Wow. That was kind of a retarded boss battle, I'm not gonna lie. So what she's saying is she's literally an invader. I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. Let's see here. I think that's the last runestone. I think I only got the previous one, like, last level. It's kind of weird just how fast they throw them at you. Like, none of this has any context, to be honest. It's just this kind of, like, random shit they threw in. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Cockatrice and Yeti. I don't really need more cards at this point, but yeah. That was like an absurdly easy boss battle, and I wasn't even really paying attention for half of it, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh boy, do I have enough to transform a card? No, I don't. Can I copy something? I guess I'll take another Banshee. There's no such thing as having too many Banshees, because it's by far the best weapon card in the game. Let me see. Do I have any crows left? Yeah, I'll take a crow out. And I will throw in a 5th Banshee. Maybe this is the second last level. That seems likely. Alright. Let's see. I guess they wouldn't have red fairies here if it was the last level, because then the game would be over. I'm sure the speed run of this game is amazing. I can't even imagine how short a speed run of this game would be. Only issue with Banshee is it's kind of hard to aim it. Yeah, it's pretty difficult to aim it. I mean, part of it is just I suck, but yeah. Okay, Tiger Mage. I'll use a Mind Flayer to get my Banshees back. Down and attack. Okay, those guys have a lot of health. Why is it giving me one of those so early in the game, in the level? It just seems like they, it didn't take very long. Let's see how the Hound does. Oh wow, the Hound does a lot of damage. Okay, that was a really easy battle. Do. Miyazaki World Order. Dragon. I don't need another Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knights kind of suck. I don't get, is that like Globe talking to me, or like what the hell is that? And why is there two of those things right next to each other? I don't know. Are they saying this boss is so hard that you need to be at, like, maximum, like, health? And why is it giving me so many Dragon Knights? Is it because Dragon Knight's like a water card or something? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Oh no, Guardians of the Temple. Let's see. Efreet. I'm never sure if it's Efreet or Efreet. It could probably be either one's probably fine. It's Glover. If anyone gets that reference, I'll be very impressed. Yeah, Glover is one of the weirdest games I've ever played. I had it for N64 for some reason. I think it was the first N64 game I ever had. I wonder where it is. It was just really fucking weird. Really, really, really weird. Glover. I don't know if they thought Glover was going to become the new Pac-Man or something like that. Okay, here we go. Boss fight. Okay, and I'll throw down Tiger Mage. First thing in any RPG, reduce the number of people attacking you. Throw down a Nightmare. Throw down a Tiger Mage. Cast Mind Flayer to get my cards back. I think Mind Flayer is 12 cards. It's a lot, however many it was. I don't remember the exact number, though. Somebody said the video of my cat is bad optics, and I kind of agree, so... I think it was kind of immature to put it up, so I just decided to take it down. So... I'm pretty easy to kind of gaslight into doing things. That was the level? What the fuck kind of level is that? That's a joke. Okay, Red Dragon, Fire Breath, Hand of Fire. So I did 2 levels in like less than 5 minutes. I think this is the last level too. So I might as well see if there's any cards I can upgrade. Like, I'm not saying those levels were bad or anything like that. Just that they were, like, kind of retarded. What's your MBTI? I hate to be that guy. It's either INFJ or INTJ, depending on how I'm feeling when I take the test. Whipworm is not helpful. MTBI. Yeah. What does Lich transform into? Vampire. Tiger Mage transforms into Sphinx. Demon Skeleton transforms into Dragon Knight? Maybe Steel Skeleton's in the next game and I'm just getting confused. I don't remember. Yeah, it's just that there's like a meme that everyone who says they're an INTJ is actually not, and they're just kind of a poser. Which, I mean, I guess is fair enough. I don't know. Is it 3 uses for that? Yep. Okay. Alright, so there we go. I think I have enough to go do the final level. I'm sure this boss is going to be, like, impossible. Alright. Yeah, like, one of the issues with this game is just that it's so short. Like, you can't really develop any characters or any, like, lore. This looks a lot... This reminds me a lot of Drangleic Castle. Oh, there's Steel Skeleton. Okay, so... Maybe it has to go directly from Skeleton to Steel Skeleton, and you can't have anything in between. I don't know how this game works. Alright. Let's try... Oh no, I don't need Vampire. It's literally just one dude. And I'll just capture him for the hell of it. Goblin Lord. Where's Goblin Slayer when you need him? Wow. That was a hard puzzle, guys. That was a challenge. And what's the other side? I'm assuming the other side is probably a chest of some description or something like that. Oh no, that's the entrance. I don't think I can get in here yet. No. I guess this place is kind of a maze. What a joke. Okay, there's a chest. Let's see. What are they going to give me? Goblin Lord. Oh yeah, because that's what I need. Another Goblin Lord. Another useless card. I think Goblin Lords will find treasure while you're battling or something. Although I don't really know why you'd need that, considering Goblin Lord is like... you get it in the last level in the game. So I don't really see why in the last level of the game you'd need a card that would be best gotten like at the beginning or midpoint. Waterbird. But yeah, once again, I like this game, but I get why it got, like, mediocre to bad. Well, like, mediocre or mixed reviews when it came out. Like I said, it's too short. The difficulty's a bit uneven. The difficulty's not really the problem. It's more like, because the game's so difficult and the bosses are very easy, it kind of just means a lot of other aspects of it aren't really... necessary. Like, you don't really need to upgrade your cards that much. You don't really need to do a lot of the other features. Okay, let's see here. So that's open. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to go up here. Oh no, there's a chest. Giving me a lot of cards. Oh, a black gem. Okay. So I'm assuming if I know anything about video games, the black gem goes up here. Okay. So that did nothing. It would be really nice if there was, like, if you could bring up the full map. Because the mini-map isn't, like, that helpful. Okay, you know what? That looks like maybe that's where the white gem is. I'm assuming it's a white gem if the other one was a black gem. Yep, white gem. Yeah, I think this reminds me more of Drangleic Castle than anything. In terms of, like, atmosphere and design. I could be wrong, though. Wow, yeah, I need more cards, because this boss is going to be... This boss is going to be super hard. Okay, there we go. Ghost armor. Once again, it's the end of the game, and I don't think, unlike 2, there's any, like, real post-game content to go through, so, like... Who even cares? I'm just gonna have to use a Mind Flayer so it'll stop popping up. It's kind of like an MTG if you get like 4 lands or something. No, like 5 or 6 lands at the beginning of the game. It's just not helpful. It's nice to get at least 1 land, but it's too many. I'll use a second Mind Flayer just to get it out of my hand. And that'll bring the other one back. Oh, okay, so I think this is where there's the little post-game content there is, where if you get, I think, all the cards from each of the 4 elements, then you go in there and fight a boss, and the boss gives you the ultimate card of each element, or something like that. Might as well use this. Come forth, vampire. Oh. Well, that sucked. I thought they were homing, so I wasn't really too concerned with pointing in the right direction. Plus, I don't know, I find it kind of difficult in this game to tell which direction you're pointing, but that might just be me. Okay, I think that's the last fairy. Come to think of it, Bane Kados also has a God of Destruction. Is that just some sort of, like, thing on Gamecube, that Gamecube RPGs always have a God of Destruction as, the last boss? Or, well, that technically isn't the last boss of Bane Kados. There's the gimmick boss after that, so. How long is this game? Like 5 hours or 6 hours, depending on how good you are and how much. Like, I could just not explore the levels and just go straight to the end, and it wouldn't make any real difference. So, there we go. I think, is this the summoner or is this God of Creation? A girl dares to defy my master. Okay, I think this is the enchanter. Oh no, it's a black dragon. I don't know, I kind of like how they have dragons in this. They're kind of like somewhat anthropomorphic, which is kind of interesting, and I haven't really seen in too many cases when you're dealing with dragons. Once again, I do love that effect for the dragon zombie, where the skull falls to the ground and then he just crawls up out of it. Okay, summoning. Oh, okay. Might as well restore my deck. I don't think there's very much to restore. Oh, okay, there's more than I thought there was. Let's see. A demon skeleton. Hideo Kojima. Oops. It's funny. It would be funny if the instant death spell works on the skeletons. They say if you want something done right. Oh, fuck. I missed them because of iframes. Oh, that's fine. Is this a super lame boss marathon or something like that? It might be. I think, is this the God of Creation? It's the ultimate card. Princess Herthia, have you come to make my power your own? Many years ago we fought a great and terrible battle. Okay, I'm sorry, it's just, I can't read it this fast. Well. Okay, I got one skill skeleton at least. No, I'm a fat fuck. I'm overweight. I'm not skinny. I need to lose weight. I had actually lost a lot of weight, and I was going to the gym, and I was trying to build up some muscle. And then COVID happened, and they shut all the gyms down, which is sad, so... That and losing my job, I just got kind of depressed, and I put on a bunch of weight, so... I'm 6'1" and like 230 pounds. I was down to like 213, but it's, like I said, COVID fucked with me. Let's see. Oh, do I have 2 steel skeletons? Cool. Take those out for another one. That would be one nice thing if, like, the COVID vaccine fucks me up. The least it could do is fuck me up in a way that would help me lose weight. That would be kind of cool. Brooch Black. So why did it give me so many extra cards in the previous level if it was just going to be one boss who wasn't particularly difficult? I think there's 2 bosses in this. There's, I think, the Enchanter and the God of Destruction. Oh, this is my favorite song from this game. The one that's playing now. I guess that's Beelzebub, maybe? Or some Beelzebub-ish creature? Yep, Beelzebub. Literally Beelzebub. Okay, so this is one of those teleporting platforms things. Although it shows up on the mini-map, so it's not like it really matters. This level kind of reminds me of, I forget what it's called, the tower level in Demon Souls? With the heart that looks like it's from Berserk. Because the entire purpose of the FromSoft games is to pay tribute to Berserk. You know what I want? I want Miyazaki to do a Berserk game. How do I even get over there? I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so that takes me back to there. Okay. Okay, so there's only one there. Those dragons, like, they look like they have muscle and stuff, so I wonder if they're real dragons. That would really suck if you were one of the dragons who has to hold that shit up. Just trying to remember, did I go the right way, or... Oh, I think I'm supposed to go back, maybe? Yeah, okay. Oh, here we go. Yep, I guess I was supposed to go back that way. And the puppeteer shows up. Or rather, the puppeteer, I don't know, 2.0. I do always like it when bosses show up again as regular enemies. I think it does give a nice sense of progression. Although normally what they'll do is they'll nerf the boss's HP. They won't nerf their attack, but they'll lower their HP a bit, which generally makes sense, just because bosses obviously just have a lot of HP. So the fight's not immediately over. Come on, Tiger Mage, fire! There we go. Nightmare. It's cool. There's a couple fanfic reviews I need to put out. There's a really, really good Shield Hero one I need to do a review for that's still ongoing. And there's a really good Short Overlord one I need to do a review of. The Overlord one's really good. It's a what if the Guardians found out that Ainz was clueless. And so like Ainz gets drunk off of a joke potion despite being a lich. And he tells the truth to Demiurge. He's like, yeah, I don't have any long-term plans. Basically, whenever I ask you to explain my plans, it's literally just you who came up with them. And I just pretend that you knew what I was... I just kind of steal whatever it is you say. And so the Guardians go into max cope mode, and they come up with like this hypostatic union, like Christology thing, to try to explain that Ainz has two minds, like one human mind and a divine mind, and that he willingly has limited himself to a non-divine form in order to contain his power and to better emphasize with his creations. It's just really funny. So they like come up with like this Christological controversy. It's kind of like the hypostatic union or something. feel like the Hydra's just not doing anything. I must have just cast it in the wrong direction. And it must be one of those cards that just doesn't even attack. And then I think at the end they come to the belief that Ainz is actually the collective incarnation of all of the supreme beings in one body. So, like, Demiurge's evidence is he's like, well, everything just seems to work out. Even if you can't be retarded because everything magically works out. So Demiurge is kind of like genre savvy. So he realizes that even if Ainz is retarded, he's still the protagonist. So he's kind of de facto god of his own franchise. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge Ainz fan just because I think he's kind of an asshole, but... I mean, I guess he's nice to, the other guys, but talk about China. The way you've spelt it, are you talking about the WWE wrestler? Who did the porno or whatever? I just know that because DSP referenced that in one of his playthroughs. He referenced that in his Conduit 2 playthrough. There we go. I wonder whatever happened with Jim. I think Jim felt that he was wrong about COVID and that his fans would never forgive him for it, so he just kind of fucked off permanently. That's my guess, my best guess about what happened to Daddy Jim. That or, like, he just didn't want to have to deal with the aftermath of a lot of his actions. Like, he didn't want to disavow Ralph because Ralph is his internet friend. Or he didn't want to, Dick Masterson, because Dick Masterson was allegedly paying him. That could be it, I'm not sure. I might as well just use up the Hydra. Oh, the Hydra is fucking horrible. See, my understanding is the Hydra was supposed to cast poison. I guess it does. I guess the poison just is a very, very slow working. Yeah, it's going really slowly. Come on, Hound. There we go. Well, you kind of forgot about Jim. Kind of like how Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces. But they certainly haven't forgotten about her. Anyone remember what a clusterfuck that was? I mean, Jim always had internet friends. Jim was just kind of a poser in a lot of ways. Like, he definitely had internet friends. There was plenty of times he actually got, like, upset. Like, the time he was doing the stream with Baked Alaska, he definitely got, like, actually angry in that. Anyone who ever called Jim out on not showing his face, he got really, really, like, butthurt by that. Daddy Jim. The mercenary army, the Sweetie Squad, who are building their own outer heaven. I mean, regardless of how you feel about PPP, he did manage to debate Jim to a stalemate, which, given that it's Jim we're talking about and he's kind of known for being quick on his feet, was pretty impressive. And I could really use a Mind Flayer before this battle ends. Just to recover my health. I mean my deck. There we go. That was a lot of cards that recovered. My only problem with the Tiger Mage is he just seems to have a really slow rate of fire. Or I guess Sheik's, it looks like it's... I don't know if it's a doll on his back or what. I don't know. So what'll probably happen is when I'm done this stream, I have some homework I need to finish up for my master's course. So maybe I'll start the second site stream in an hour or two. I'll go make myself a fresh pot of coffee or something. I don't drink, smoke, or take illicit substances, but I do like my I do like caffeine. I drink energy drinks too often. It's a bad habit. I'll be completely honest about that. Mind Flayer, Steel Skeleton, Mole Monster. I might as well just throw there's no reason not to throw everything in. This is the last battle after all. Okay, have a blessed Sunday, Aileen. Have fun at... Well, do you say have fun at church? I don't know. It's the Enchanter. He's like... He reminds me a lot of like a cross between Alucard, Falnos. What a generic name. You could be my queen? Well, but he's hot. Yeah. Katie, do it. Think of how beautiful the children you'd have were, and how strong they'd be. They'd be Ubermensch who could govern the world. Who would rule the world. No, you're gonna have to be like Miss Goody Goody. Yeah, I need to kill that wizard as soon as possible. Because the wizard is doubling the offensive power of his cards. Okay, this seems to be going pretty well. So I just summoned a whole bunch of cards, and I'm just going to let them lay waste to him for a little bit. Okay, there we go. I knocked out, I think, all of his summons. Yep. Hello, already done. I might as well just cast it. Oh, can you verify me? Sure. I'll interrupt this important boss battle to go do that. Are you Yellow Fever? I think so. I'm just trying to remember what the mods have set the rules to. Sublayman, okay. Sure. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can see the value of getting that thing. It's basically a sniper. I forget what it's, Cebalus or whatever the fuck it's called, but yeah. So I've got him down to about half health. So I don't know if I've ever called my mods Jannies before, but I guess they would be Jannies. Maybe, like, I'll do what Ralph wouldn't do and I'll sue Generous Juice, and then, it'll be the Argent farms, and I can bestow one of them with the golden broom. I kind of wish I spoke Japanese just to know what the fuck he's saying. But once again, it could just be English or some, like, incoherent nonsense, so... That's probably more likely than it meaning anything. Okay, and he just needs one more shot. Oops. I missed. Oh, that was so close. It was so close. It just went straight through him. There we go. And the enchanter's dead. David Bowie has fallen. Generous Juice is kind of weird because he seems like a pretty nice guy, but he runs the caring farms. So, I don't know. Seems he was not a suitable vessel for my power after all. It's the god of destruction. In the words of Geldablaine, ancient god of destruction. Just gonna immediately cast Mind Flayer. Oh, did it restore? I guess it restored all my cards. Oh. I mean, that's nice, I guess, but it also means I just wasted a bunch of health. Oh. Did he just kill me in one hit? I guess he did. Or maybe that attack does, oh, thank you, Nichols Buttery Butterhole. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. That you enjoy the kind of quality content that I put out. And heal myself. Oh, I actually got my friend who hates Leafs to say he likes you. That's nice. I can't really blame anyone who hates Leafs for hating Leafs. My country has a multitude of sins that it must pay for at some point in time. I might actually lose one because of that fucking, that attack that does, like, all your health. No, I probably won't lose, but it's going to be closer than the previous battle, I'd imagine. My skeletons seem to be doing a pretty good job. Listening to this while I wage slave? Cool. I have an interview this week, so maybe I'll get another wage slavey job. It's been rough. It's been really, really rough, just with COVID. As I said, fortunately I'm able to save some money by living with my parents at the moment, but it's just kind of, yeah, it's a difficult... I think it's a difficult time for pretty much everybody in our society, so... Yeah, I think I basically have him stun locked at this point. Nightmares have, like, some of the worst AI I've ever seen in any game, but they do a lot of damage, and they do have good, AoE coverage. Alright, I defeated the God of Destruction. Oh yeah. It can't be! Defeated by a lowly mortal. Once we're masters, all we surveyed, no more. This world has grown up. There is no place for me in this world. You and your people are its masters now, O little one. Princess. My brother has already left. I too must depart. All shall be made whole again. Very Dark Souls-ish thing. So with the departure of, I guess, both light and dark, we now have the, I don't know. Beelzebub and Vampire. Not that it matters, because the game's over. God of Destruction, what does Final Judgment do? Oh, okay, it brings everything to 1 health. Okay, that's pretty good. Yes. I'd like to save. One morning, people awoke to find that the black fog was gone. Where it went, no one knew. The land returned to the way it had been before. The people took up again right where they left off, as if the black flag had never been. But all was not as it had been. The world had changed. People living on the edge of their, had only been a void. Now there was land. The news of the discovery reached, okay. Do you remember the words of the God of creation? The two lands became one and people prospered. And the people loved their wise and beautiful queen. Well, that's a nice ending. I mean, do we get an ending cinematic? Oh, no, we do. Okay, I was going to say that these assholes were too cheap to even add in a cinematic to end it. Lord of Hollows, take thy throne. What lies ahead? no one can say. It's kind of like a happy version of the ending of DS1 and DS2. And wow, that was... So that was Lost Kingdoms. Overall, I think a good game. If they had have made it twice as long, maybe added in some more like grinding or something like that, or I know there were side missions I didn't do, but there wasn't very many of them and they wouldn't have taken very long. It kind of, you know what it feels like? It feels almost like a tech demo, like there was going to be a larger game involved in it, and they only wound up producing like half of it. But I'm gonna say overall solid game. I'd probably recommend it if you wanted to go and play it for emulator. I'd probably recommend it. I wouldn't recommend, unless you found a really cheap copy or you just want to collect it, going and doing that. But I don't know. Good game. I enjoyed it. Later today, there will be a second site stream. I might do that in an hour or two. So look forward to that. It's classic GameCube week. So God bless everybody. I love you guys.